I don't think my characters usually make problems. I might be a problem, but I don't think my characters make problems.
You are a disaster.
Except for when I'm when I'm turning into a were creature, that tends to be a
Yes.
problem. But
Yeah.
you know, that's only happened twice, and they're both technically Christian's fault.
Yes.
Yeah, most of your
As the
characters'
DM.
problems are just really shitty rolls that end up fucking everyone over for
Terrible
a
times.
period of
Yeah.
time. That game I remember got bad with like people just randomly killing you over and over again.
It's a lot better now. People can't like if they shoot you, it does like nothing unless you hit them back.
Hmm.
Because that way, it's like you can't just go around killing everyone.
Yeah.
However, I heard that they someone set up a trap in their hot tub at their base that whenever someone would sit in their hot tub, it would kill them.
Oh.
Yeah, because you can put up traps and like stuff like that, and it's fantastic. I mean, he was considered like the game's first serial killer, but you know,
Every great community needs one. I was watching a video the other night where they were like talking about people that hack like different game services because I guess another one happened recently, but it was small and not as noticed. But because of that, they started talking about like the whole Lizard Squad thing that happened like 6, 7 years ago now. I was like, holy shit! I'm like, I forgot about those guys.
I remember hating them for being stupid.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's people hacking. Not Skype, but the other video thing.
Zoom?
Yeah, Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom
And
gets
post
hacked all the damn time.
and people post lewds.
Mhm. One Piece is finally solving fucking mysteries that they set up like 10 years ago now. In the manga, I'm like, holy
Jeez.
shit. I'm like, I've only been reading since like 2017. I'm like, I couldn't imagine what it would be like to have been reading since like all that stuff was brought up back in like 2008.
Hmm.
I also couldn't imagine what it would be like. Because I think the manga started in like 96 or 97. Like, I couldn't imagine being someone that's been following it from the beginning.
Yeah. It's 2 years old. I've been following it since.
Use photo mode in a group? Well, that's not happening.
All you gotta do is find a group of people that don't think that game's hot shit.
Yeah, you
don't-
just need to get new friends.
Do you know how hard that's gonna be?
I like the way they did. Like, I feel more games need to take movie properties, and instead of going the route of like, oh, let's just make a movie game, especially because that doesn't happen anymore. Like, they stopped doing movie tie-in games because people didn't like them. But I'm like, you should just take the world and the story of that and like turn it into an RPG game where you create your own character and interact with it. Like, I feel like that stuff would do better because then you could follow and do things with characters in that world that doesn't necessarily have to
Yeah.
follow the same story.
It's a lot of freedom
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, what they did is they just took the lore. They had Bane, Raven, Nilith.
Yeah.
What is this we're talking about?
It's
Knights
like,
of the Old
and
Republic.
yeah, it's a Star Wars
Not
game.
Batman.
No. Knights of the Old Republic is what Bane did before he became a Batman villain. And I remember when people were going back and playing that game like non-stop to help them with their whole, ooh, Plagueis is Darth Bane or Darth Plagueis or whatever. Or Snoke is either Plagueis or Bane or whatever. And I'm like, all of that time was wasted. Fucking theories coming up, fucking footage from all the different games and campaigns. And it's like, no, Plagueis was a nobody. He was just some fucking clone that got sliced in half. Like, that's probably why people were pissed,
Snoke.
is they went back and played those fucking games for fucking years. And nothing. I don't even know what Snoke was supposed to be at the end. I thought he was just a person, but then 9 came to that like point where it's like, was he a failed Palpatine clone? I really don't know anymore.
He's a failed
Fucking
Palpatine
games
clone.
are dumb.
Sequel trilogy was fucking garbage.
It was.
Mhm.
7
so
started
stupid.
with so much promise, and it's like, oh, they could do something here. And then 8 came out, and it's like, well, they shat all over it. And it's like, all right, JJ's coming back. Maybe he can fix it. And JJ Abrams is like, yeah, I can't fix this. But I'm sure what's going to end up happening is the same thing happened with the prequels, is people shit on the prequels for like 15 years, and now people talk about them and love them. And that's because
I
the
was just about
prequels
to
had
bring that up.
2 fan bases. It had adults that were fans of the original trilogy and kids. And kids loved those movies. The adult fans hated them. Now the
Kids are like,
people that
"Oh,
were
Star
kids
Wars,
during the
shooty, shooty."
prequel trilogy are adults, so they hate the sequel trilogy. But kids watching the sequel trilogy love them. So in about
Yep.
10 to 15 years, there's going to be a generation of people that talk about the sequel trilogy being great, and there will probably be just as many memes of them as there are the prequels now. And like nobody's really talking too much shit about the prequels anymore, because the people that were talking shit about the prequel movies are now like 60 plus.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they got better things to do than go online and bitch about Star Wars. Now they're bitching about gas prices.
Yes.